Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17, and they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Eagles at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. On the move past the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, that lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start. Five-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are once again back in front. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Eagle Kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's a Packers touchdown. Allen Lazard from 6 yards away as his guys have now moved out in front. No problem there on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll drop to throw. firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Down to about the 37. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goedert. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert, 37 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play, so they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast Just calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And some room to roam now. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They run up the middle with Bush. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Smith catches left side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. It's caught by Sanders.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive 1st down plays. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Eagles. Noah Fant from 13 yards out.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll go again with Bush. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Bush trying the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That coach is always harping on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Left side here to Sanders. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Into the hands of Sanders.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try again down here with Bush. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run it with Bush. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices, extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Green Bay, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia...
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold 1 million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds.